All right, so now we're getting into how much I made on KDP during my first month. Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanice from Shanice DK Designs, and Shanice DK Designs is just a brand that creates and sells journals, planners, sticky notes to help you manage your thoughts and to-dos. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through, I'm going to share, I should say, my first month on KDP and how much I made. I'm also going to share just some of the books that I created. I did post a video recently which detailed just kind of a look at the books that I do create on KDP. They are mostly notebooks and journals. I do have a couple right here I can show. So they're mostly notebooks and journals. And then I do have one product which is a locked hair journal. I do have it here on my website. So I have some notebooks, and then I have the locked hair journal, and then I have some affirmations journals, which are the yellow ones that I just showed. So these are the things that I currently have on KDP, and I'm working on creating some new content, and I'm trying to do a lot of research. So that's something that I've noticed with this KDP journey is that it really takes a lot of research. So I've been researching just different types of books to publish, things that are going to generate some good sales for me. And that takes a lot of research. So that's one thing I can share about KDP. Is that you're going to have to prepare yourself to do a lot of research, because not just any notebook is going to sell. You need to make sure that it's something that it's in demand, so people are searching for it, as well as you need to make sure that it's something that is not oversaturated. So you kind of have to find a balance between the two, or you can create something and you can market it in your own way, in your own space, if you're not relying on that Amazon algorithm to bring you sales. So those are just some quick little points there before I get into the details of how much I made. All right, so let's look at it. So this is my Amazon KDP reports page. I know that they do have websites that you can use to give you this information in kind of a different way, but I've really just been using the KDP website to just kind of look at my data. I got on KDP around October, I want to say 10th, and I got my first sale around October 13th. So what I need to do is I actually have to put it for the last 90 days. Let's see what the last 30 days takes us to the 19th, right? So I have to do the last 90 days just to kind of show you for the full month, since I'm kind of late with recording this video. So I got my first sale on October 13th. My mom bought those first two books. And then after that, it was pretty good. I was getting like one sale a day. On this day, I got 4 sales, and then I got 5 sales, which was like, what? And then it's been just kind of one a day. So in total, for the period from October 13th to November 14th, I made $36.58 in the US, and then I made $1.45 in France, which is great because I don't know anybody in France. So my thing though was what I realized, because I actually sold 2 books. I'm not sure what the conversion is of what $1.45 works out to in US. But I should have made the changes to the other marketplaces, but I didn't. So that was my mistake. I should have just made it to be the same $5 all around. But let me see the conversion, because I actually never checked. So $1.45 FR to USD. So that's going to be $1.56 US dollars. Okay, that's not bad. So in all, I made 36, 37, let's just say $38 in my first 30 days, first 31 days on KDP. For me, that's pretty good. I didn't do anything to get these sales really. I started promoting like some of my bigger ticket items, like my locked hair journal. That one is $9 on the site, so I get maybe like $2 on that one. So I tried to promote that because I already had that as like a digital copy on my Etsy, and I'll pull that up. I'll pull that up right here and show it to you. I actually had that as a digital on my Etsy, and then I converted, which is how I got on KDP. Is I had it as a digital on my Etsy, and then I converted my digital locked hair journal, which I already had, into a physical journal, and I put that on KDP. So what I did was I just kind of went back to my blog and I switched out a couple of the links um, to the one on Amazon. So perhaps that gave me one or two sales. I'm not sure. Because Amazon doesn't actually give me any of the information. It doesn't tell me who my referrers were. It doesn't let me know where um, any of my sales are coming from. If you generate report, so if I generate this report, it tells me which books were sold. So as you can see, these are all my sales within the first month, and it's only a low amount of income because we don't really make a lot per book on KDP, especially if you want to keep your prices competitive. You're not really going to make a lot per item. So the thing is, you need that quantity for you to actually make, some good money. So as you can see, these are all my sales. I sold 23 books, but I only made $38. It tells you which books were sold. But once you start getting in a lot of sales, then you will see, a bigger income. So the story that I have to share, what I did notice with my KDP, so if I pull up my Amazon, somebody kind of replicated one of the designs, because I am popping up on the first page of Manifesting Journal. When I do a search at my home, I pop up on like the first few pages on Amazon. However, I only have my books in one color. I only have the yellow, and I think I recently added a green, but I mostly only have the yellow. What I noticed, oh, I'm not seeing it here. What I noticed was that somebody copied my design, um, and they made a lot of different colors. So I think perhaps in my mind it's telling me perhaps that's what halted my sales. So perhaps if you're having issues, like if you had a book that was doing really well and then you're like, oh wait, what happened? Perhaps you can kind of browse through and see maybe that's what happened in your case as well, and maybe you need to just move on and create something else. So that's kind of what I'm doing. What I decided to do with this book is I decided to turn it into a hardcover. So I'm waiting for them to publish that hardcover, and I'm hoping that it'll jump back up because I felt like it was doing really good for the few days. So maybe you can let me know if you search I Am Manifesting Journal. Let me know if I pop up, if my book is one of the first ones that pop up for you. If it pops up, you could purchase. I'm kidding. Just let me know if my book is one of the ones that pop up for you or not, because when I do a search, it does pop up for me. I don't know if it's because I got some author copies, because that's how I got this one that I have here. I purchased it as an author copy on Amazon. Like you could do that request in your when you go back to your bookshelf. I feel like I'm jumping all over the place. Let me know if I am. When you get in your bookshelf, you can order author copies, and then they sell it to you at a cheaper price. So I'm not sure if that's why when I search I Am Manifesting Journal, if my book pops up. So let me know if my book pops up when you search that, and let me know if you see the person that copied my design. Like they literally took my exact thing. It was just I Am Manifesting, and they just did they did all the colors that you can possibly think of. And then as soon as I saw that, because my mom was the one who sent it to me, because it popped up on her end. And as soon as I saw that, I went to check, and I was like, whoa. They just had all the colors. I was like, and then after that, I wasn't really getting much sales on those. So that's just something to look out for. But so that's my wrap up. That's my month on KDP. I made almost $40, which is good for me. It just means that I need to keep improving. It means that I need to keep trying to do my research and find out what works, and get those published. Okay, the last thing I probably want to share is just some things that I have pending right now. So I'm kind of trying to stick with my theme. You know, representation really matters for me, and I feel like it's really important for me to put books out there that show people that look like me. That is just my personal preference. I don't know if it's a profitable market or not. It's just something that feels right within my soul, and so that's what I've been publishing. So I just created a couple of these templates. I thought she was just so bomb. She just looked like she's ready to crush it. So I have this in yellow. It got published, but then I tried to publish a hard cover of that one, so I'm waiting on that to get reviewed. I published this one. I'm like, she's a boss. She's just ready to crush the day. I'm gonna try to do a hard cover of this one as well. And then I have this one. She just looks fun. She's ready to just jot down some notes. And then I have the same one from earlier that I just put as a hardcover in two different colors. So those are just some of the books that I've published recently. I also did try to do some teacher attendance books, attendance journals, log books, whatever you want to call them. But obviously, it's not the time of year for those to sell. So I'm thinking, hopefully, if I keep it on there, if I get a couple things published now that I have the time, perhaps next year when it's time for back to school and teachers are doing their shopping, that they can check some of those books out. I also dabbled my hands into the winter coloring books. I haven't sold any of these since I published them, and this was on November 10th that I submitted this. So it hasn't really been on Amazon for any, it's only the 17th now. So it's only been on Amazon for, they take 3 days before they take 3 days to review it, or maybe it went live on the 10th. I'm not sure how they work that out, but it's only been on there for a couple of days. So maybe I might see some sales on those. I'm not sure. But I did do a couple of those, just same interiors, just different covers. And then same with the teacher attendance. These they sent back to me because I had an issue with, I tried to put a spine text, and they had an issue with the spine text. They said that it was going to lap over. And so I have these as a draft. I need to go back and change the covers, and I'm just going to remove the spine text. So that's one thing you can look out for when you're publishing, is to make sure that your spine text is small enough, or just don't put any, so that you don't have that process of them sending it back and then you have to go back and republish. So because, I don't think that teacher attendance books are going to be a big thing right now. I'm just taking my time, seeing what I can get published. I'm thinking of publishing some journals, some kids journals, diaries, and things like that. Hopefully I can get those out sometime this week. So that's my goal. That's my plan. And I hope to achieve it. All right, so that's it for this video. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully you were able to gain something from it. And I really, really, really hope to see you in my next video. So make sure you like, make sure you share this video, and make sure you subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you are on a KDP journey. What was your first month? How much did you make your first month? If that's okay for you to share. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.